Hello!
Welcome back to TableDropZone. My name is Lộc.
And my name is Holger.
And today we return with the topic of crafting.
Specifically, crafting cheap, easy, quickly to put on tabletop forests.
And of course, beautiful.
Of course, beautiful.
So what's the difference with this forest we make this time?
Yeah, so in Singapore we used foam board for making the forests. Foam board has, it's easy to work with, but it's also very light. That means we kept tipping them over, we kept shifting them. It wasn't great. So what we did this time is we used packaging material that you get from certain furniture stores. This is cheaply pressed wood chip material. It is very flexible, as you can see, but it has some weight to it, not too much. And it's very easy to work with. You can simply cut it with a normal scissor. That's how soft it is. And that makes it pretty much ideal for our use case.
And of course, with the forest, we need trees. So we bought all the trees from online shopping. It's very cheap but very convenient. The size is perfect for Battletech, and for other game you need to find different size of tree based on your game.
Like this with makeup. Alternatively, you can go into forests and find branches that have some interesting branching, little twigs. That you find some fallen branch or something like this with some interesting structure. And you can use that.
It's totally free, and it can make very beautiful winter effect with some dry brand and snow.
Some snow muddy texture thingy.
Yeah. Moreover, we also use small rock to decorate for the forest. It's help to balance the forest.
Yeah, it gives it a bit more weight on the base, which is always what you want in the end for terrain and for everything. Yeah, now, of course, when you build a forest, for a game, there needs to be some gamification. Yes, you can make a very lavish, beautiful forest and everything, but in the end, if you want to play it on the tabletop, it has to abide certain rules. So certain rules that just apply for Battletech, especially, how deep you are in a forest has a meaning in Battletech, and that means having clear borders, having a way to put a mech into a forest. All of this is important, and that means that if you create elements like this, a border around it is very important. This is where you measure from, and leaving as few gaps as possible is also important, because every gap means that there is some room for interpretation. Is it a little bit more here, a little bit more there? You kind of start to talk about it. And you want to have as few of these as possible.
Yeah, you can make a curving border like this, and all the straight border like this, and spacing between the tree also very important. Here I put the tree quite far away with each other. Therefore, I can put the mech in between the tree. So it's affect his shooting ability and how he get the shot from outside. And
if you put rocks there for good reason, then this means that putting a mech there might be a bit more difficult.
No.
So always keep that in mind. You need to find some good balance where it's still gameable, playable, but it doesn't look completely just barren. So it's up to your interpretation how far you want to go with either side, but just to give you a bit of an indication of where you can push it in which direction a little bit.
So you can make a big element and with the tree surrounding, but for us we prefer to make a small elements like that, so we can shape the forest small or big as or different shaping, so as we want. for each game.
Exactly. So this is up to you. I mean, having one element has the positive effect that setting up the table is much quicker, because you just take this one thing, put it down, and it's always going to work. And you can make it a bit more intricate, that you put
more decoration
inside, decoration, where you know that Max won't stand that much, etc. Whereas elements, you can change forest size, amount of forest quite easily, shape forests around things and so on. But of course, it looks a little bit more like a game table. Without trees being inside the forest. It's more like a tree ring in the end. And so this is completely up to you. Both work fine, and the method we're going to show you also would work for both methods, because we're just going to show you how to cut the pieces and put the trees in.
So with all of that, let's start.
First, we take some thin wood. This one is 2.5 millimeters. It shouldn't be too thick, so that there's no big step for the miniatures to take. Next, we cut it into small pieces. Do not worry too much about perfection. It will only make it look more organic. Up next, we're going to round the corners, remove any kind of fuzzy material that is on the side of it, and we're going to give the edges a bit of a softer angle, so that it integrates better with the battlefield. You can also add a couple of more dents to make it a bit more organic here and there, just as you feel like. To attach the trees, we will drill holes for as many trees as we like to attach to each element. Instead, we can also use hot glue. We will drill a little bit with a much bigger drill against the hole from the other side. Should the tree not hold well, then you can melt the plastic of the tree trunk into this little crevice. Now we stuff the tree into the hole. The material is very soft, so if the tree trunk is a little bit bigger, then it will hold perfectly well and you don't need to melt anything. If the tree does not hold, then heat up a knife and press it against the bottom until the plastic is molten. So let's go through all the steps again. We start off with the raw material. Thin wood and cheap trees, maybe little twigs that we find. We then cut the wood into pieces and carve away the edges and flatten out the corners. Then we stick the trees in, and as you can see, there's many ways you can shape all of this to our liking. And finally, we decorate it. For decorating, we use Vallejo earth texture. We put it directly on the wood because it will hold either way. We use little rocks we found outside, and we use different types of tufts. For the snow, we use the snow weathering effect from Vallejo. And here are two results. One of them fits our snowy battle mat, and the other one fits our muddy battle mat.
So we hope you enjoy our video today, and it may inspire you to do your own crafting and maybe a new forest in the next few days in the holiday.
Yeah, more greenery for the world.
Yeah, we all need that.
Save the planet. Use garbage instead of new material. Yeah, if you like the video, if you want to add something to it, like the video or leave a comment and share and subscribe. That would help us immensely. And we will see you in the next video.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.